Now, you two live in Rome.
Yes.
Half the year, and then you're in Hollywood.
We travel a lot to LA. It's constantly back and forth. We are represented out of LA with Esco Management, so our manager's based out of there.
But
And,
we do have a daughter at RFA.
Okay.
So we are
I was
here.
going to ask
Yes.
you, how long
Yeah.
how long have you been doing this? Like, when did you come to the Rome community?
I actually dragged my wife to the Rome community. I just recently retired out of the military after 21 years. And I was in the space program, which is kind of opposite of what I do now, but I've always done entertainment my whole life. I did it in the Air Force as well, but I started out as a musician. And I went into Air Force Entertainment. I was lucky enough and honored enough to perform with Billy Joel, Mariah Carey, a few of those superstars with the Air Force Entertainment groups. And it was a lot of fun, but my passion has always been film and television. I met my wife in Alaska, and she was a screenwriter at the time, and that's when I started to turn over heavily into television and film. And we started collaborating on other projects, other film projects, and everything fit perfectly
Right.
in the bubble from that point. So that's when I retired in 2012. I was actually assigned here at the Rome Research Laboratory, and that's what we still do now.
And I think I've only been here 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. What are you most proud of with your career?
Oh gosh. Well, I really like I like where things are going, and I've been writing for 12 years, and it was very hard living in Alaska and having a film career.
I bet.
We were legitimately in the middle of nowhere. The closest gas station was 25 miles away.
You survived it.
I survived it. The
But
closest
no.
movie theater
Right.
was 100 miles away.
Oh,
so if
man.
you wanted to go, now we had a Sam's Club, but it was 100 miles away. Everything was
And
far
minus
away.
67 temps.
And it was so I was seriously.
Did you ever go outside? I mean,
Once it got to 20
Yes.
below, I never went outside.
She
I
didn't,
swear,
no.
I didn't. There was no need. I had a freezer, and I would go to Sam's Club like once a month, and I would stock, and
you
then I would
guys,
prep.
you make horror movies, and you had a freezer.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. We were well fed.
Yeah.
I won't say how, but we were well fed.
Now, when did you start Monkey Productions? Awesome Monkey Productions. What?
I think Awesome Monkey Productions was officially materialized in
2011,
2011.
I think.
Yeah.
Now, you're doing this movie in Rome, and like you were saying, there's a lot of history
Right.
locally for this particular horror movie that you're making.
Yes.
Right.
You have more than just that project in mind.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Can you tell us anything?
Yes.
Is it all local folklore and things like that?
Well, no,
or-
not all of it. This particular horror film, is the one that is based on the folklore or lore and
Yes,
history.
yes.
But we write multiple genres. We produce multiple genres. One of the things that we've done is we put the filmmaking team together with a director, Claude Bauschinger, out of New York City, which he's a phenomenal, talented guy. And we have certain actors that we're teaming up with, like Tom Proctor from Guardians of the Galaxy, who will be in multiple films of ours. And creating that cohesive
interesting.
team allows us.
Sarah.
And Sarah. Yeah, there's a lot of people attached. Sarah Cawley, a very talented cinematographer from the award.
Yes, I
series
tried
from
to give
Salem.
as much information
And,
as I could, but
beautiful. But what we're doing, on other projects that are attached, we're looking seriously at shooting the pilot for a TV episode here called Catalyst, which is a sci-fi drama. That won a little while ago, won a London Film Award for Best TV Pilot for the script. And we really want to bring that here. And a lot of people are asking us, why Rome? Why?
it's your home. Why not do what you love in
because
your home?
I love Central New York, but Central New York has its claws, and let's be honest about it, it has its claws in its own ground to where it doesn't like to move too much too quickly. And bringing progressive projects, films, or business here is sometimes challenging in this area. A lot of people are stuck in their ways. A lot of people are, but a lot of people are eager to do something different, and we're capitalizing on that eagerness. And the community has been really supportive, and we can't thank those people and everybody enough. It's been great, and we released this information in the last week, and it just it just exploded.
That's
with,
how we got to know each other.
that's how. Yes, we got to know each other real quick. Yeah, so the sci-fi project is something that's close and dear to our hearts. You know, I worked in the space program for 20 years, and it is a lot of the space program elements are in this, but we took a concept that's never been done before. And when we put the script out to Tom Proctor, Basil Hoffman, and a few other people, they absolutely loved it. And they said, where can we shoot this without costing millions of dollars to shoot? It's always a challenge financially to find a place to shoot with the right incentives, with the right film permits. We can go to New York City and shoot, sure, they have wonderful locations, and they support filming all the time. But I have to have a permit to shoot this side of the street, and if I pan my camera to this angle, I now have to have a permit to shoot that side of the street. New York City's crazy. And those permits cost thousands of dollars each.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I went to the Rome, my wife and I, we went to the Rome Council meeting last year, and we said, you know, what are the city requirements for filming permits? And the city of Rome went, well, what's a filming permit? And I said,
Never mind. You don't
excellent,
need to know.
never mind, perfect, we're gonna do it here. And that really showed that we can actually stretch our pennies on the dollar here and shoot it and make it go a lot larger.
In fact, we were looking at, before we had Catalyst on the table and before we had Murder Hill on the table, we were looking at doing a romantic comedy here. And they said, you know what? We have a couple houses. Do you need to drive a car through a house or anything like that? I mean, they just opened up to us.
Yeah,
and it's so,
that's
really, how
excellent.
could we film anywhere else? We're not going to get that kind of reception anywhere else.
Right. I have a question. Now, are you going to have to bring people in from other areas to shoot this and everything? Or is there going to be an opportunity here for locals to participate?
Both. The type of films that are being done, a lot of these are being done for theatrical release, which requires a lot of skill, requires a lot of talent that has experience. However, I don't want people to get discouraged because we will need a lot of local talent here, a lot of businesses we will need to film at, a lot of electricians, a lot of carpenters. You know,
not necessarily the actors,
right?
But
Right.
like your grip,
Crew.
your
Right.
grips,
Absolutely,
and, I mean,
absolutely. You know, we got
behind the
contacted
scenes.
recently by an individual who's out of Oswego who's studying cinematography and want to know if that person can be a PA, a production assistant to our cinematographer. And opportunities like that, absolutely. We want to enrich that in the community. We want people to feel. We want people to feel a part of the film. We never want to come here and film and it be isolated from the community because that defeats our goal,
Right.
To get community involvement. So absolutely, we look forward to working with the community and bringing talent in, crewmen in, even caterers in. You know, there's all types of businesses here that can
the
help
food
support.
trucks.
Let me tell you, the number one rule of any film is take care of the cast. More importantly, take care of the crew. If they're well fed and stocked, but the problem is you can't feed them 40 pounds of pizza because then they go into diabetic comas.
Yes.
And they're useless at about 2 o'clock.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. We'll get together again really soon, and you'll keep us posted throughout the whole process of making this movie.
Absolutely. And thank you so
Absolutely.
much for having us. We
Thanks.
look forward
Thank you.
to it.